So we try to have someone share their story every time. We get together on Sundays and on Thursdays. So on this coming Sunday, we're going to move it to 3 o'clock. Amir, are you okay with that? Because it's getting dark and
yeah, that makes sense. As long as everybody else is good.
a lot of people have to get home and get ready for work and school and stuff. So we'll be 3 o'clock on Sunday. But I wanted to share a little bit about what happened to me over the last week. I went away to Boston. I've been in Nashville for 30 years, but I was in Boston for 30 years, and I went away for my 45th high school reunion. And a lot of people that aren't from the United States, so from age 14 to age 18, we go to high school. And so I went to high school. Now, my wife didn't know what that was. She's from England, but I had to explain it to her. But I know a lot of you are not from the United States. But so we get together. We have a few like dinners and parties and stuff. And a lot of the guys from my old soccer team were there. And it was really great to see them. And I got to play in a 9-on-9 pickup game. And about half the guys there were Greek, like me. And we had a lot of fun. They played with goalies and had a great time. And but one of the things that I would just impress upon the younger guys here is that your relationships will last for decades. A lot of these guys I hadn't seen in 40 years or 20 years. And it's just great to have those friendships and relationships. And as you go through life, it's not the accomplishments and it's not the money and the possessions. It's really all about the relationships. And I think Jesus really talked about that when he said, that we need to sacrifice for each other. And no greater love than this, than to lay down your life for your brother. And, and we lay that, we sacrifice for each other all the time. And, one of the great things about friendships and sacrificing is to share let other people share their story and let them hear and listen to other people share their story and what they've been through. So I got to hear a lot about, how the years have treated my various friends and so forth. And we're a really close class. About 50 of us got together and had a really good time. But one of the things that I shared about in my high school years, from maybe age 14 to age 21, I was an alcoholic and I was addicted to marijuana and smoking marijuana all the time, getting drunk, and a lot of other things like that, womanizing and so forth. And I've shared that in this group. And but it really surprised a lot of the guys. They thought I was a normal person because I was doing okay in school, I was playing soccer. But I shared with them, that I just took my alcoholism and I gave it to God. And what God did is he gave me back the Holy Spirit, which is the spirit of joy. So you trade spirits for the Spirit. You get it? And so I drink a teeny bit, but hardly ever at all. And but that really surprised a lot of the guys. They didn't know I was an alcoholic or I was having all these problems. But and that's what happened to me at age 21 when I put my faith in Jesus. What he says is that we get the gift of the Holy Spirit. And so and just the trajectory of my life at that point went from like circling the ball to a really an upward trajectory. And so I got to share that with a lot of my friends and so forth, and a lot of them have really turned their lives around, and it's been a beautiful thing. But it's just so great to have those relationships. And, not all of them, really are into what I'm into, and a lot of you guys maybe aren't either, but that's cool. We understand each other, and we have the relationships and the friendships, and those are deeply meaningful to me, and I know they are to you. So, as we continue with All Nations Soccer Club, I like to come early and I like to stay late. And I've been helping a lot of the guys that are struggling. Like this week, as soon as I got off the plane on Tuesday, I had to write an affidavit for somebody's immigration application. And I was really tired. I didn't feel like it, but I cranked out this affidavit and it went really well. And so it's going to take like a year for this to go through. But there's a lot of needs in our group, There's a lot of guys that have, you grew up in a civil war and you don't have fathers. And so a lot of the other older men here could be a father figure to you. And so I try to get here early and try to stay late just to hear about your needs and meet your needs. And that's what I'm all about. And I love it. And my life is just amazing. I'm like the guy with everything. And, you know, I don't have a lot of material things necessarily, but it's just the ability to connect with people and to help other people. It really fills me up. And so, you know, I want to help anyone here that I can. But I'll wind it up there. We'll be here Sunday again at 3. Are there any questions, comments about what I said? Feel free to speak up. All right, yep, hey, you're welcome. And we'll see you at 3. Thanks, JD, for doing the pennies. Appreciate you guys, and we'll see you soon.